Hey Ratbags, it's Jade today going over the quick patch notes for an update stability patch that's gone through for obviously Core Keeper and the latest Blast and Bags update. Absolutely loving the update. I did a few videos on it for sure, but time's been short so I haven't been able to dive as deep as I wanted to. But I did take on a new boss and explore a bunch of stuff like taking a look at all the armors and obviously all the bombs and grenades that have been added to the game, as well as all the quality life stuff. So definitely make sure you check it out if somehow you missed this. Absolutely great update, and Core Keeper continues to be one of my favourite games. So anytime there's any new content, I'll be here to visit it, and I'm going to come up with some ways to try and revisit the game in between. So first off, improved Nimruza's defense against exploitative strategies. Oh no, throwing grenades into water may now drop fish. Added a setting to hide hotbar arrow buttons. Other, slightly increased indirect lighting for the arcane symbiote. Displayed the chest spawn from Nimruza and fixed a few text and translation issues. They've adjusted the speed and lifespan of the core commander's all projectiles. They've lowered magic pet drop rate, and the minion detonator no longer drops in the Forgotten Ruins or the digging spots in the Asios Wilderness. Now the minion detonator is pretty cool. It literally blows up your minions, but yeah, people were getting it way too early. It's meant to be like a level 18 item, so not until you maybe get into the desert, I do believe. So rip, if you manage to get one early, you are lucky. Minions no longer explode when a player teleports while having the Desert Guardian set equipped. Thank the Lords. I noticed that when I was spawning back at base, minions would destroy all of my little bridges I'd built around my portals. Garden trails can now generate golden crops when a player has the expert garden skill. A lot of you guys were complaining about this one. Using the trail just meant you weren't getting your golden crops. That should be fixed now. Breaking oasis blocks no longer create obsidian walls that persist until the world is reloaded. This fix also applies to worlds already affected by this issue. Toggling the in-game UI no longer results in floating text from signs being invisible until the game is restarted. The floating text from signs now have a black outline again. Combat related skill points should no longer be gained when no damage was dealt from attacks or explosives. Right, I was wondering this as well, because it was strange how you could level up some of the explosive stuff without it actually hitting an enemy, but I still figure it would kind of work, because if you're destroying a wall with the explosives character or building up that skill, that did make sense. Otherwise, yeah, it's pretty tough to actually play still, even with all this stuff, I think, as a demolitions expert. You guys let me know, have you been trying it? The chance to gain extra items from the alchemist skill can now correctly affect the laboratory workbench. Summoning items should now only trigger one summoning area to spawn an enemy. Cicada burrows should now belong to the same faction as cicadas, thus no longer taking damage from creatures of the same faction. Critters should be more accurately squished when walking on them. Fix the bug that prevented the core commander from healing back to full health if the player died while in the second boss phase. Exiting the world while the core commander is doing the void attack area no longer results in a void attack with no safe areas where the world is reloaded. The core commander should no longer trigger the void area attack after healing back to their first phase. And the solarite ore that drops from the crystal snail shell should now be pulled towards the player, similar to other loot. Garden trail should now be able to be upgraded more than once. Garden trail should now be able to be resized after upgraded. So yeah, if you're having problems with that, I think it's only the iron one that you can come across originally, I'm guessing, yeah, you can go ahead and upgrade it, and it should increase the size too. Chests now drop their contained items when destroyed by boss attacks that typically destroy objects without dropping loot, such as Gorm's Charge. So this is pretty cool. I did notice actually in some of my boss fight videos that yeah, the chests just disappear with all the loot inside. So at least now your loot's safe if you have put it there and you're farming a certain boss. Fighting multiple Hydra bosses in a single session no longer causes the second Hydra boss to display the name of the last defeated Hydra. The text from other players' tombstones should no longer be illuminated. Adjust the button whips in the content menu to avoid text extending outside the windows. Gold ore on walls is no longer invisible during the Valentine's seasonal event. Pandorium crystals no longer appear in different colours on the map based on their size. Covered pit objects should no longer affect the functionality of planting with garden trails. Fan hair's projectile now correctly pierces enemies. Quick stacking is no longer possible while playing instruments. And minions should no longer display being affected by radiation from other players' minions in PvP. Opening a cracked egg should no longer cause the pet to be instantly equipped. Bunch of console specific fixes, including instrumental UI visuals not working correctly when playing higher octave of a controller, and a quick stacking items not working. So there we go, that is live for everyone, not just PC. That should be on Xbox, PlayStation and Switch, given it literally says console fixes. So great stuff, absolutely love Core Keeper. I think they're doing all the right things. I've got a big year ahead. You should go and watch my 2025 Core Keeper video if you want to see and hear more details about their roadmap. And fingers crossed, I'll be able to return to it pretty soon. But I absolutely love Core Keeper, so I will be back. Until next time, Rat Bags, laters.